The moment the police were alerted, a full-scale search began. The beach was combed, the surrounding areas scoured for clues, but nothing substantial was found. The only lead? A mysterious man, reported by witnesses who had been seen talking to the children just moments before their disappearance. His description was vague: tall, dark hair, wearing a strange overcoat. He never seemed to fit into the normal rhythms of the beach that day, and yet no one could explain who he was or where he had come from. He didn't belong. As the days stretched into weeks, the media frenzy grew. Parents and locals alike were haunted by the same question: where had they gone? Was this the work of a stranger, or had something even more disturbing been at play? Investigators scrambled for answers, sifting through interviews, examining possible leads, but all roads led to dead ends. It was as if the Beaumont children had never existed, as if they had been erased from the world entirely. Months passed, then years. The case, once the talk of the town, faded from the headlines. The voices of Jane, Arna, and Grant echoed faintly in the minds of those who had loved them, but the investigation lost its steam. Cold, disinterested, the police did what they could, but without concrete evidence they were left grasping at shadows. And the silence grew. But this silence was not peaceful. It was oppressive, suffocating. Every corner of Adelaide seemed to hum with tension, as if the city itself held its breath. No matter how many searches, how many interviews, how many witnesses came forward, the answers always danced just out of reach. The investigation turned into a haunting refrain. Questions that would never find their answers. The children's names were whispered in the dark, but the trail was cold. Their faces on posters and newsprint began to fade, their laughter silenced by the passage of time. Then, in 1973, another disappearance occurred. It was a chilling echo of the Beaumont case. A young child was taken, and there were striking similarities. The same eerie quiet in the night, the same strange witness accounts, descriptions of a man seen near the scene, but the police were too distracted, their resources too limited to see the connection. It wasn't until years later that the thread was finally pulled. DNA samples from a suspect, a man who had been previously investigated in relation to another abduction case in the 1970s, revealed a connection to the Beaumont children. The eerie realization sank in that the man had been suspected all along, but it wasn't until technology and hindsight combined that the terrifying truth began to surface. Was he the man who had been seen talking to the children that day? Was he the one who had walked away with them? The puzzle pieces began to fall into place, but the answers came too late.